Can I level with you? Networking sucks. Most people suck at networking, which means when you combine the two sucks, it's a huge suck. You don't like to do it. You don't want to do it. You are hanging around people who probably don't want to do it and aren't very good at it. And yet this is the way that we build our business. Yet this is the way we get our brand out there. Yet this is the way we are told to get out and connect so that we can find our next job. Networking is unfortunately, a necessary skill that we all have to develop depending on what our expectations are for our life and our career. Getting out into organized events where you can meet other people who are looking to do the same and doing it under the auspice of networking is where the challenges arise. I just spoke to a conference organizer and I asked them what their biggest issues were in the prior year's conferences with their networking events. And they were honest that they don't really get any feedback, positive or negative, about the networking, which kind of was a red flag to me. They see people communicating and talking and exchanging business cards, so they assume networking is happening. And they feel like they have to sprinkle these little sessions throughout their event, but there's no endpoint, right? They just expect people to come from different parts of the country or world and throw them in a room and they know what to do. The reality is, and you know this probably better than anybody, we all suck at that, right? At the end of the day, we're not very good. If we suck at home networking or at our local chamber of commerce or events or business, networking opportunities, if we suck there, we're going to suck even worse when we come to a conference where now we have people from different industries, different parts of the country, different walks of life. And somehow this conference is going to change everything? Well, hell no, it's not. If you're not going to be intentional about it, if you aren't going to put some energy and effort into making the experience different. Reason I'm passionate about this is with our Conference Ripple program, one of the things that we do is we try to turn what everybody's uncomfortableness is in networking, turn it on its ear. We show how it can be easy, it can be fun, and it doesn't have to be overly complicated. Now, the number one thing that I get pushback from organizers of a conference is, but people come for the business. People come because they want to make those professional connections or engage with subject matter experts. And what you're talking about is just helping them connect as humans. And I don't think that is enough. There's no ROI. So when we compare the two, and as I did in this conversation, you have nothing substantial to brag about or to share about your past conference networking events, which means you did them, you went through the motions, you saw people doing it, but nobody was like, woo, that was the greatest thing since sliced bread. I can't wait to do another one with this event or come back next year because this was so vastly different. You're not hearing that. No, not hearing that. And on the other side, you're saying that people have this set of expectations that they expect business to just fall from the sky. It doesn't work that way. The only way you can connect with another human being is to connect authentically as yourself first. Forget the business, forget your pitch, forget the quippy giveaway, whatever you're doing for your business, or in the instance of looking for a job, even putting that out there first. People don't care. The moment that you start qualifying why you're there and what you're hoping to get from the person standing across from you, and you turn it really oogie and it's not comfortable for you or them, what do you think the outcome is? Mundane, vanilla conversations that don't go anywhere, that certainly will not support any efforts beyond that conference. And it's almost like, why bother? I recently went to a conference that I was speaking at, but I was not asked to do anything specific with the networking, but I went to the networking event and it was a frickin' snooze fest. People were there having the same old, tired conversations that we have at most business networking. There was no spark, there was no energy, there was no enthusiasm. People were handing business cards over like, this is what I've got to do, and this is, give me yours, because that's what I've got to show my boss, or feel accomplished like I did something tonight. I saw people that hated the event so much they were drinking too much or they were spending too much time at the hors d'oeuvres. and they weren't really engaging other than a casual hello or nod. Why go through those motions, right? We don't want those at our networking events. We don't want those experiences when we go to conferences. We want energy. We want enthusiasm. We want a spark of inspiration. And if you don't craft an event to create that, you're just going to be like every other networking segment at a conference or a networking event. It's going to suck big rhino balls. And people will hate it. People won't like it. They won't get any benefit from it. One of the top 5 reasons people attend conferences is because they are looking for connections. They are looking to build connections to other professionals, maybe in similar industries or maybe not. But they want to meet people. They want to have interesting conversations. They want to find a way to feel like they are getting something accomplished. And you just throw some hors d'oeuvres out there. You maybe have a bar on the corner and you say, we're doing it at noon. We're doing it at 5 after the event. And you guys just figure it out. No bueno. Our Conference Ripple program is actually geared around a set of content which says, look, the way that we need to connect today in this period of time has vastly changed than it was even 10 years ago. People expect more. People need more. People actually want to participate in something that gives them hope, gives them purpose, and they find value in it. And sadly, putting strangers in a room, it all defaults back to, so what do you do? Or hey, let me give you my 30-second elevator pitch that this expert in this networking book that sucks so bad that I didn't read it, but I remember they said, you got to have an elevator pitch, so let me bore you with mine. The moment that those things start happening is the moment you have lost the event. The people have lost their momentum. They've lost their enthusiasm. Power networkers, by the way, love it, right? But the power networkers are the ones that are sucking all the oxygen out of your event anyway. So they're going to make networking happen wherever they are. If there's another human body nearby, they are going to be trying to network with it. Kind of like a desperate hound dog on a, full moon night looking for a little, that isn't what you want. You want to be able to give people a approach. You want to give people a platform. You want to give people direction that says, here's how we're going to make this different. Here's how we are going to help you make these experiences, these conversations, these engagements and connections memorable. Conference Ripple is the way to go, my friends. You need to reach out to me. You need to talk to me about this program. Not only is it a phenomenal keynote/workshop that can be incorporated into any conference, but it is something I still have people coming back to me that went to events 10 years previously that are like, oh my God, I met this great connection. I attended your event. We did the Conference Ripple and we are still in touch today. We're either doing business together, we've become good friends, or we are more than just some random contact that we made at an event 10 years ago. We actually started building authentic connections and turning those into true, powerful relationships. I love hearing these stories. I love getting people's perspectives on this. I did an event last week for our community college, and it was for a very specific subset of individuals, leaders from the nonprofit space. But most of them all admitted, I'd say not most, all admitted that networking is just an uncomfortable thing. And when I told them what we would be doing through the process of rippling, there was some like, oh crap, what's this going to be? It's going to be different. But there was also a sense of curiosity. That curiosity created the spark of energy. That energy took off, and before you know it, that room was buzzing in such a powerful way for people who came up to me at the end who said, I am shy and introverted like you said you are, and this felt like the event I've been waiting for forever. This was exciting. This was really, really inspiring. And you know what? I walked away with a really couple cool conversations and some really good follow-up. And I feel like this was the way to go. Total music to my ears. Like, yeah! That's what I'm looking for, but that's what I deliver. That's what we do at the Conference Ripple. That's what we do by giving people a different approach to this thing we call networking. It is phenomenally fun, engaging, and memorable. And that is why I'm passionate about it. So if you do have an event, you have an organization, nonprofit, for-profit, you got a company training thing going on, you've got a conference or some sort of convention, reach out to me. Click the link below. Let's have a discovery call and see if what I do is a fit for your company or your next event. Spoiler alert, it will be. It will be. Let's do it. Until next time, my friends, ripple on.